Hey guys. Yeah, a lot of us this past week and upcoming very soon, depending on how it gets received to you, will be getting, what was promised to us in our accounts, the stimulus, as they call it. And a lot of us were given this that way we can, pay our bills, keep up with our rent, our mortgage, as well as go out buy food and even, splurge a little bit because the purpose of that, this whole stimulus deal, as they call it, was to help us by giving us this money, helping us to rebuild the economy. Like they're helping us by they're helping us by giving us this money so we could give it back to the economy, basically to businesses and stuff like that. Well, like I said, whether that's paying bills, rent, whatever, or grocery shopping, or splurging, pretty much all that. Now, of course, for me, I went and I splurged a little bit. I also did a little grocery shopping as well, but, you know, again, I was telling myself this last night, every now and then you're not going to be able to do something like this unless, something like this again occurs. I mean, yes, there are rumors that they want to do more, in other words, give people more money, basically the same amount every month, even though that may, cause, other, may cause, financial strain on the country. But yeah, there are proposals to do more of this on a monthly basis, but we'll have to wait and see. But I thought I'd show you what I got exactly, because again, this is something that may not happen every time. I mean, yes, there's a chance that Trump may do another 1,200 in the future. There's a chance that, the Democrats may do more than that on a monthly basis, like I said. So, but until we get an answer to that, this is just something that we don't get to do every now and then. So, being me, like I said, folks, sorry about that, but I wanted to, like I said, this is something they don't do every day. So, I wanted to kind of show you what I ended up kind of splurging on myself because of what we got. So, just indulge me for a second because, again, working at Walmart and places like that, I saw people buying up 4Ks, sound bars, you name it. Like it was nothing, like it was Christmas all over again, or Black Friday all over again. Like I said, it's just people basically were buying up stuff, like it was Black Friday again, or it was like Christmas again. That pretty much, if they have the 1,200, pretty much wiped them out on the first day. But for me, I took my time. I have what's known as the Even app, which allows me and my fellow associates to add more from our upcoming check. And also the fact that I got paid this week too helps out. So anyway, though, I thought I'd just come on here and, like I said, kind of, because again, this may be something that doesn't happen for quite some time again, depending on what gets decided over the past week. In the past few weeks or months. So I thought I'd just come on here and kind of show you what I've splurged on thanks to what we got, all of us as Americans got directly and will be getting soon directly, or if not paper-wise, with the stimulus package. So just thought I'd let you know. Or just thought I'd show you, so if you will, indulge me on this. And then let me know what you guys think. Okay, so first I'm going to show you that I added on some new figures. Like here, I have Fluttershy. This is the same size as the Pinkie Pie that you can see right there. That's Pinkie Pie right there. It's basically the same mold as her almost, but this is Fluttershy, so I ended up getting her. She just came out this week. And then before that, I ended up getting Grapple. I used to have the original G1 Grapple, and this is as close as you're going to get. This is the Earthrise War for Cybertron one. So, very happy to have that. And then, to add to my nostalgia, I have the reissue of the G1 Astro Train. And here's the thing, just like with Soundwave and Hot Rod and Starscream, I never had the G1 versions of them. I had the G1 of, like I said, Grapple. I had the G1 of, I had the G1 of Power Master Optimus Prime, which I got back. I had the G1, I think, of Slag. egg, not slag, but snarl, I think. Yeah, snarl. Yeah, slag. What was it? No, slug. No, slag. Yeah, that's who it is. The one of the Dinobot. That's basically not the Brontosaurus, not the Triceratops. Yeah, sludge. I mean slag. Yeah, I mean not sludge. Snarl. Yeah, snarl. I ended up getting him. I had him as well. So again, besides that, I didn't really have many G1s, especially the ones that people were promoting a lot. But now I do. So like I said, Fluttershy. So yeah, I got Fluttershy, I got Astro Train, Astro Train, Fluttershy, and Grapple to go along with my figures. The other thing I got was, of course, a new Switch game, and this is actually a game that's on a lot of consoles. This is the Street Fighter Anniversary Edition. And it's the controller, I will put this way, the controller, depending on how you play it, is kind of different because the select button is actually the start button for this. And it just takes time getting used to, but I ended up getting that, which is cool. Alright, so the next thing I ended up getting, I don't know if you can see it well. Okay, so the other thing I ended up getting it yesterday, and I've been looking into it for a while, is now you might say, well, what is this? This here, it's a little dusty because I set it up yesterday a little bit, but this here is actually a Sony Ultra Blu-ray player. This is actually the Ultra Blu-ray player, which is sensitive to the touch, as you can tell. Like I said, it's sensitive to the touch, but that's the controller right here. So this is the controller for the Ultra Blu-ray. This is the instruction manual for it, as you can tell, and that's the model down there of it. As you can see, Ultra HD, Blu-ray, 4K HDR, and Blu-ray disc. It also does 3D as well, from what I can understand. So yeah, that's basically what it is. Of course, I don't have a 4K television or monitor yet. That'll come. But what I do like about it is this actually does what's known as a conversion. It actually goes from 4K HDR to SDR. In other words, it'll acknowledge, okay, I know you're not playing this on a 4K TV, so we'll just work it out. What's good about it, though, is the picture, because I tried out this right here, Popeye, for a regular DVD, looks a lot crisper than I've ever seen. And it also allows you to keep, especially with the 4Ks here, like with Justice League, because I tried that out yesterday. It looks really good. And sounds really good because they allow you to keep the 7.1 surround, which is really nice. Because sometimes, if you don't have depending on, like I said, the Blu-ray or the distributor, you don't get the 7.1 right there. So that's pretty cool. Oh, they also give you the Dolby Atmos, Dolby Atmos, and Dolby Vision, which is another thing too that you got to look into if you have a 4K as well. So yeah, I ended up getting this as well. Finally got that. My other one's in my mom's room. I got to set that one up later for her. The other thing I ended up getting was this. I mean, I saw it. I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. $29, not bad. I mean, usually if I just got paid regularly, I wouldn't think about it unless I was really ahead of myself. But as you could tell, this used to be where my towel was. The towel is now in the garage getting ready to be given away. But this I got because they were selling these at my job. They just brought them out. They had Pepsi, they had Budweiser, they had Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew variants, if you will. So I ended up getting the Pepsi one, and it actually does work. But I think it needs to be in a more opened area than what it is right now. As you can, and it does feel cool. It is working. It just takes time to. You just need to give it time to really up its ante, really, get adjusted and everything. So I ended up getting that, which I really liked, because it also helps out because the fridge we have, even though it has room, it's not as big as our old fridge on Thoroughbred Street in Patterson. So something like this could be perfect for well, of course it has a handle, as you could see. So it'll also allow you to take it on the road. It has a DC output as well. So you can plug it into your car or charger and all that. And you can take it to tailgates and all that to keep things cool. So I'm glad I kind of got that, which is kind of cool. So I'm glad I got this because it does, make it easier. It's like when my mom takes me to work, we can put water in there and she can just pull one out and there you go. This year I got this actually a couple of days before. This is the Pro Buds, or the Tasumi Pro Buds, is it called? I don't know. But basically, these were $19.99. They were on display at the They were on display at the checkout aisles, as well as the as seen on TV aisles. And I think they can also be found in electronics. But like I said, the Tasumi ones. And this is basically just like with Black Web and any other distributor, manufacturer. This is actually just their answer to the AirPods and everything that are out there. So, so, so yeah, basically that's what it is. And it's actually kind of cool because just like with my M-Pals, they actually have a magneticness in there. So when you take it out, when you take one or both out and then you put them back in, they connect automatically. And then you got, of course, the door on top. The other thing that's cool about this is once you connect both, basically, it will acknowledge when one's only active. So like when you go and just like I do at times, have to push carts at my job, you could just take one, and you'll be able to listen to music that way. And when you put the other one in, it'll actually acknowledge that one as well. Basically, it'll acknowledge one paired, and then when you turn on the other one, it'll acknowledge that both have been paired. So that's pretty good. Pretty good for $19.99. Like I said, it's Pro Buds, or the Tusami Pro Buds. So pretty nice to have. Better, cheaper option than getting the AirPods, because the AirPods apparently only work for iPod. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys can correct me on that. And now for probably the biggest thing I've gotten. Originally, I was going to get the $199 version, but of course, my fellow associate has to give me the sales pitch, and ironically, it did roll down in price by $100, she said, or so she says, basically, because it was at $229. Or it might have been $279, who knows. But anyway, I ended up getting the GoPro. And I've always had my eyes on a GoPro, and everybody pretty much has one that can afford it. I mean, my associate that sold it to me, or kind of convinced, well, yeah, she kind of sold it to me. She said, look, I love my GoPro. She said, I love my GoPro, and it works. And as you can tell, this is one of the newer ones because it has live streaming. It has 4K 60. And it's 33 feet underwater, 10 meters. and 12 MP, which is pretty good. And then you can see on the back here, it shows you even more of what it is. So the HDR, it's got GPS, so it's actually pretty good. It's actually kind of wireless. And then it shows you on the back, you got an app to connect to. And this is what you get. You actually get two of those mounts. And they also sell other accessories as well. This part right here is actually up there because I was charging the GoPro right here. So yes, this is the GoPro. The UPC is pretty long actually. It's pretty cool. But that's the GoPro. So I like it. And honestly, my nephew actually had a GoPro. My second older nephew, a couple years back. Don't know why he had it, but he got one. And I think his parents now have it. But you can do live streaming apparently, and you can do it's hyper smooth. So in other words, there's no I guess jitteriness, and you can take good pictures with it. It's got a good rating and everything. I mean, yes, there are some people that talk down about it, but that's expected because I think those are people who are competitors, and they want you to buy their stuff. But this is how it came in. This is the package it came in. And what's funny is, you know how they have the lock-up display cases to put these things in? It took not one, not two, but three associates, two managers actually, to unlock this thing because of the fact that they had it locked up in such a way that nobody could get to it. They had to really basically what it was is they had two little key slots on the side, so they had to go one side, then they had to go to the other side, and then finally they had to pull it out. It's like, what the heck, you know? So yeah, overall though, I'm really happy to get this. Again, I've had my eyes on one for a while, just never could afford it honestly until now. Thank the Lord. And in this, I got a few accessories. I got the swivel with it, so that's pretty cool. And then, of course, this is some of the information that come with it, like your instructions or important product safety instructions stuff. Enjoy reading because this is basically what it is. And then, of course, just as a backup, I ended up getting a backup charger just in case, you know, just to make sure, you know, if anything happens. But like I said, you could see that like I said, these are all instructions, safety instructions, if you will, which is good to have. And then, of course, you got the GoPro stickers to go with it and stuff like that. I mean, you got the GoPro stickers to go with it, so that's pretty cool. But I've always been wanting to get one, and it actually helps out. And since it does do live streaming, I can probably connect it to my YouTube and go from there as well. But yeah, that's it right there. That's the GoPro, the newest one. That's the newest one. So yeah, really happy to have it, and you're gonna probably be seeing a lot of 4K 60 frame per second videos, live stream or not, because of that. So yeah, that's basically what I got so far, and I've already ordered some other things off Amazon. They will come next week, despite what's going on, according to what they said. One of them is a movie my mom watched. One of them is a movie my mom has been a fan of since 1972. It actually brought her to the Lord. It was around the same time it brought her to the Lord. And then there are a few other things as well. So it's gonna take time. And if other future stimulus packages come in, yes, bills and stuff have to be taken care of first. But then I'm going to splurge a little bit more, if you will. The plan basically, the plan is to get a 4K monitor, put it in here, since I do have a 4K player now. But overall, the 4K player, like I said, does work. I mean, even though my Xbox One is a 4K player, it works, and you can tell that there is a difference in quality. Like the sound and the picture look a little bit smoother at times. So overall, though, guys, I just thought I'd show you what I got. Kind of splurged a little bit because I know I'm not the only one. Like I said, there were people I checked out, customers, if you will, that was splurging like heck, including fellow associates. So thought I'd just share that with you, let you guys see what I got, and let me know what your thoughts are. What did you guys go? Did you guys, when you got your stimulus, did you guys go out and splurge after you took care of the important essentials, or are you saving? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Comment if you like, and I'll talk to y'all later. Sorry for the noise in the background. Of course, I got my family up right now, so I had to find some way to kind of do things like a video without them hearing me, echoey throughout the house. But let me know what you guys' thoughts are down below. Comment if you like, and I am out.